January, which is Human Trafficking Month, and federal prosecutors have laid out horrific sex trafficking charges in the Southern Tier. 48-year-old William Quinones of Mayville faces up to life in prison if he's convicted. The U.S. Attorney's Office said just today that investigators identified 4 different victims, all of them children. They said the suspect raped or tried to rape them and threatened them with violence or said he would hurt their families if they revealed the abuse. The criminal complaint against him says the sexual abuse of one child began when she was just 8, and this went on for many years. Quinones has been denied bail and is currently in custody in Allegheny County. U.S. Attorney Trini Ross said, quote, "While January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, each and every day we must continue to create awareness of both sex and labor trafficking, which often victimize those who are most vulnerable and negatively impact our communities. My office will continue to work with law enforcement to investigate and prosecute those who engage in this form of modern-day slavery." Tonight we're hearing from survivors of human trafficking as they discuss ways to fight back on this plague in our society. Now, there are some controversial proposals out there, including to decriminalize prostitution because sex workers are often victims of trafficking. We hear more now from our Claudine Ewing in this story that will be part of this month's episode of Community here on Channel 2.
January is Human Trafficking Prevention Month, a national observation to call attention to the crime. Locally, Project Mona's House kicked off the new Amplify series. The series presents the stories of human trafficking survivors and awareness advocates.
I created the Amplify series because I felt like there are more conversations about human trafficking that need to happen. However, I believe that those who have lived through it need to be at the forefront of these conversations. Far too often I hear so many people that maybe have worked with human trafficking victims, and while our perspective is indeed very vital, I think that we need to hear from those who lived through it and hear them tell us what is it that we should do to be helping individuals who are a part of the modern day enslavement.
Right now in New York State, prostitution is fully criminalized, and all sides of the debate when it comes to the issue of prostitution and human trafficking agree that criminalization is not an effective approach.
For instance, it's something right now that's going before the Senate called the equality model. There are individuals who want to legalize prostitution, fully decriminalize the sex trade, and there are individuals who are advocates, overcomer advocates, who are saying no, we want partial decriminalization.
What the equality model tends or seeks to do is to fully decriminalize the person that is engaging in prostitution, i.e. the human trafficking victim, the one kidnapped, the one most vulnerable, but keep the current penalties that we have in the state in place for those who perpetuate it, i.e. sex buyers, pimps, traffickers, brothel owners, but recognizing that those that are engaged in prostitution usually need services and not jail time.
I want people to walk away from listening to this Amplified series. I want them to listen to the stories of overcomers and understand what is human trafficking, how can I spot it, how can I stop it, and how can I join the fight. And I also want them to realize that there are actually pathways that lead to being a victim of human trafficking. It's not just the white van that people are so scared of, a myth that people say, oh my goodness, you got to watch out for this white van. But there are actually systems that are in place that make vulnerable populations more vulnerable, and there is actually something that we can do to make vulnerable populations less vulnerable. Buffalo does have an answer for human trafficking, and it is Project Mona's House. We are right now the only restoration home for women who've been victimized by human trafficking.
And this month's edition of Community with that story and a whole lot more airs tonight at 7:30 right here on Channel 2.